It's a new episode on West Breakfast this beautiful Tuesday morning. Good morning to you wherever you're watching us from. This is West Breakfast. What are you saying breakfast show? Coming your way live every Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Please tell your friends to tell your friends, tell your families and friends to be a part of this conversation. Share, like, comment, and be a part of our every conversation. My name is Omotoshola Sharimake, and with me this morning is just one of the ladies. Hello, God's beauty.
Hi.
Is your signature and
Come on, it doesn't change.
you're giving this body vibes.
Come on.
How are you, God's beauty? Good
I
morning.
am fine. How are you?
I'm doing really well.
I like
It's
the
Tuesday.
red you're bringing. I feel like we both have something in common this week. So
Okay.
yesterday you're on a white and red. Today you're on a red. I was in green.
Yesterday and in green. Okay,
I
okay.
love it.
I think I like it. I like the color thing.
Yes, I do.
So how do you feel?
I feel
Tuesday, you know, we have like 3 more days to go.
good. Right. To be honest, I think this TJ should just trip me well. Yesterday I was all busy. I was just everywhere.
Yeah,
to be
right.
honest, right? But I think today I'll be in a more resting place, you know, because to be honest, I want to rest.
Yeah,
So,
let's talk about the June 12th. Just quickly.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. So the truth is, I don't. How do I put that now? Let's just, for me, I think my take would just be, let's just see how it goes for tomorrow,
Okay.
right? Because I mean, it's a day set aside to talk about like
Democracy
the
Day.
Democracy Day,
Right.
and see where we are going to, where we
Right.
are going, whether we are moving forward in this whole democratic, you know,
System of
government that we are in. Because I mean, I remember the last time before now, I've always heard people say it's ineffective, it's not working. Okay, we have the system in Nigeria, but it doesn't even look like we are running a democratic system, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I look forward to tomorrow, and let's see how
Yes,
it
yes.
goes.
And we intend to bring in a guest to help expatiate and then shed more light.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll take a quick break now to return with headlines across the globe. Please stay with us. You are welcome to the show as we commence the show in earnest. Now let's take a look at headlines that surfaced on the different pages of Nigerian newspaper and outside Nigeria. From the pages of the Vanguard newspaper, there are lots of headlines that caught my attention, but I'll start reading them from the major headline here, which says, 10 Senators, 24 senators have no bill in 1 year. Just right under it, there's a story here that says 85 senators sponsor 279 bills. Besides it, the story reads, Bamidele late with 23, Banu 17, Sani Musa 8, Umahi sponsored bill before accepting ministerial appointments. Now let's take a quick look at the top right corner of the Vanguard newspaper, first page of the newspaper. This story here says, banks borrow about 10.9 trillion naira from CBN in 1 month as deposits rise by 120%. Below it, NDDC proposes 1.91 trillion naira as 2024 budget. PDP membership 25 lawmakers, Rivers government disagree over court order. At the left corner, Algon rejects 62,000 naira minimum wage. Now let's take a look at the bottom headlines. This story here says, reps propose single tenure of 6 years for president, says governors. Under it, the columnist corner, Tinubu replaces IGP Arase with Arugugu as chairman Police Service Commission. on the minimum wage back and forth, SGF received a tripartite committee report. Then from Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu emerged chairman of Southwest Governors Forum. And the story that caught my attention the most, in which you can also let us know the story that caught your attention the most via our different social media platforms, via comments, via phone calls, via WhatsApp. For me, the story was the story of House of Reps proposing single tenure of 6 years in office for president.
Do you know, I wanted to go on, but I just want to hear, because literally when I see you read that, I wanted to say something, but I would like to hear what you want to say first.
For me, we have 12 years and 4 years in office for a single tenure, and then we end up, oftentimes, with each leader end up spending 8 years in office. Yeah. And, you know, if a leadership tenure is good, it's sweet to have more than one. It's sweet to have 10 years down. There are some African countries that they live, what's the word? Like a monarchical system of government, but they enjoy the journey. They will keep electing the president over and over again because, okay, it's a sweet transition, it's a sweet journey. But in a situation whereby probably the tenure is not too good, how do we endure for 6 years? So it means if a president is coming to be spending 12 years, I'm not sure we're ready for that conversation.
So this is what I wanted to say. When I see you read that, I was looking at it at the screen, and the first thing that came to my head is, assuming there is a law, because, okay, the truth is, even when we talk about law sometimes, it's not, even the people that make law does not even follow them. Yeah. So why are we still talking about law, right? But let me just put this out there. Assuming there's a situation where for every year you spend in office, there's something accountable that you've shown. You're accountable for that. Okay, I've spent 1 year in the office, and this is what I've done. Yes. And if there's something that now holds them responsible, that okay, if you've not done this, you would actually be taken down. Assuming, to be honest, if we have something like that, I don't think Nigeria will be where it is.
And I don't think there will be something like that. But let me just wrap up on the Vanguard newspaper so you can move to the foreign pages. Okay. Democracy Day, which is June 12, federal government declares June 12 public holiday. The federal government has declared Wednesday, tomorrow, June 12, as public holiday to commemorate this year's Democracy Day celebration. And that's it from the Vanguard newspaper for me. Take us outside Nigeria.
All right, so now in the international space, I'll be taking the New York Times newspaper. So left side of the newspaper says, in Biden trial, the attention is on women. Beneath that, the messiness on reality TV turns litigious. Our right side of the newspaper, Israel rescue euphoria fades as troubles linger. Beneath that, cats once lived unboarded in old sand dune, people too. Middle of the newspaper is a last headline which reads, dozens of children were removed from Ukraine, given Russian papers and put up for adoption. So the headline that piqued my interest is the headline that's at the middle of the newspaper, which says dozens of children were removed from Ukraine, given Russian papers and put up for adoption. So on February 24, 2022, as Russia invaded Ukraine, Dr. Natalia, a doctor at Kenton Children's Home, a state-run foster home for children with special needs, rushed to work amidst the advancing Russian artillery. Upon arrival, she and her colleague faced the urgent and difficult task of safeguarding the vulnerable children in their care as the conflict intensified around them. So why I picked this as my interest is, I mean, this is like the beginning of all of those war and all of that, right? And you see the woman take it upon herself. Even when there was a particular paragraph in the newspaper where she spoke to the military government if she can put the children on that, like, you know, in this it was in this station,
saying the pictures of the kids on the page.
Exactly.
There are a number of them.
Exactly. Now, if she spoke to the military person, if she can keep the children, like, you know, if the way they build
like a camp, IDP
there's
camp
always
or something.
like there's always like this under room where like people don't actually get there easily. So she did everything in her part to make sure that these children are safe and sound. But we can't say the same thing for Nigeria. Oh, yes. Once something goes wrong, everybody is on a race. They don't care about what's going on. So this just brings me to we being empathetic,
Yes,
right?
you're correct.
We have to. It's important that you, in as much as you're working for yourself, or in as much as you try as much as you
At
in as
times
much to
prioritize
survive.
others too.
Yeah, you should also make sure that other people are good. So literally, that's just it for me.
For me, I would just add my 2 cents to the fact that I love the fact that the person made the move, right? Tried to reach out to the military press. Okay, these children are not just kids; they are special kids.
Exactly.
So, number one, as a child, as a kid in any society, you have a special right, and they've been special, maybe with autism, maybe with one or two things. It makes them more special. Their names was displayed on the pages of the newspaper, and for me, I think we should be more empathetic, like you said earlier. Let's also care about others. People living with disabilities, people having one or two dysfunctional. Let's not pity them, but let's care about them.
Yeah.
This was stigma. Let's not stigmatize them.
Yeah.
And when it's time of trouble, let's prioritize them first. Well, we'll take a quick break right now, as when we return, we're going to be diving into a topic that's highly timely and very crucial. Please stay with us. West Breakfast continues in a moment.
Nigeria, by extension, Africa, is faced with a lot of challenges.
With the growing youth population and very little engagement.
That is a ticking time bomb.
We're blessed people with a diverse culture who have a lot to say.
And yes, we are talking.
It is important we drive conversations that informs, inspires, and influences thoughts and actions.
If we say there is beauty in diversity, then let us embrace our diverse culture.
We must continue to courageously be the voice of transformation.
As we are the hope for the future,
yesterday's conversation shaped today.
What are you saying to shape your tomorrow?
We know you have a lot to say, and we are here to hear you.
You said many things.
A lot.
Yeah.
So let's start with the first thing you said about carbs and Nigerian food, and how you don't think it's practical to lose weight on Nigerian food because it's carb heavy. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So everywhere around the world they eat carbs. So it's not just Nigeria. Abroad they eat bread all the time, which is also not so great.
Burger.
Pasta. Do you understand?
Fries.
So all over the world we eat a lot of carbs. So it's not, the carbs are not really the demons. It's actually our own mindset and our own habits. It is true. Because from when, even I find that with maybe Africa, but I mean Nigeria, so let's speak about Nigeria. From when we are small, we are taught to eat a lot. From when you are a baby, you eat. It starts from even babies. It even starts from babies. You are not feeding this child. Yes. This child is not. They come and attack all the mothers. This child is not eating. Feed this child. Feed this child. So it starts from when you are a baby. You are taught eat more. Eat more. If you don't finish your food, check back for those who are Yorubas. You know. So we're there finishing, and guess what? Those finish your food habits. Do you know people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, we still have it in our minds to finish our food, even if we're full.
You're welcome back to the show. This is still West Breakfast, and now it's time for a hot topic for the day. Today, like I said earlier, we are going to be talking about a very different topic that's quite timely and also very crucial. We are going to be talking about Gen Z's remarkable role in driving social and environmental changes as changes. Yes, we're going to talk about it at a shorter level, and we're going to be expanding it to different levels. Now, when you hear the word Gen Zs, there are different things that comes to mind. Gen Zs are believed to be we classify them from the millennial to the Gen Zs. So they are classified as those set of people that they are rude, they're outspoken, they're expressive, or they don't take nonsense, or their mental health is very crucial to them. Or when it comes to Gen Zs, they don't want to understand, okay, this is why this one is this, and this is why this one is that. So that's what we are going to be expatiating this morning. We're going to be talking about the trait of Gen Zs. Why do we actually call them Gen Zs? Why do we think, okay, this particular attribute is attached to a Gen Z? It's a young person thing. Now, I saw a post that tried to differentiate what is important to Gen Zs and what is not important to Gen Zs. It says, what is important to Gen Zs? Individual expression and inclusion, community and connectivity, diversity and equality, ethnic and responsibility, independence, hostility, health and wellness, and then mental health.
Emphasis on mental health.
Emphasis on, because any little thing, mental health.
My mental
and then
health
I later saw a difference between generational similarities and differences between the millennials and the Gen Zs. No, it is classified here that born 1980 to 1995, you're a millennial.
Yeah.
Born after 1995 is
Down.
Gen Z. I feel like Gen Z should start from like 2000.
Yeah, I used to think it's from like 1999, 1999.
Yeah. But here it says from 1995 upwards, you're Gen Z. Now, then I said millennials, they embrace technology. They can recall dial-up, yes. They want a job with an opportunity for growth. They want instant gratification, recognition. They are civic-oriented and they're optimistic. For Gen Zs, they are true digital natives. They are born into a world with ample technology. They focus on personal connection. They prefer more face-to-face communication. And then they are post-9/11 or Great Recession. And then they talked about their differences, their corporate skepticism, their personal responsibilities, their entrepreneurial thinking, their technology savvy, in their word, and then their mental health state. Tell me, when you hear the word Gen Zs, big purr.
Big purr, man.
I'm trying to list more slangs.
Period.
It's not banging.
It's not banging.
The food didn't slap. I can't help it.
Oh my God.
I can't help
That's
it.
too delulu.
Yeah, it's giving delulu.
It's giving delulu.
So you're like, okay, I
Oh
don't
my
get
God.
it. Like, so tell me, when you hear the word Gen Zs, what comes to mind? What do you see them as the rude type of people? Do you see them as, oh, these people are just too soft for my liking?
I mean, I'm a Gen Z myself, right? So I don't consider them being rude. I think we are just taking out from being outspoken. So just like the millennials, I mean, before now, the millennials and other previous generation, the baby boomers and all of that, they have this word called respect.
Yes.
And the way they carry it. Let me give you one example.
Please do.
So there's this lady that I stay with, right? She's very close to, like, we stay together, like, the same compound, right? So I remember there was a day, because of how slim she is and all of that, I remember calling her by name one day, and I'm like, okay, please, can you help me check out this thing on your phone? And she's like, oh, and like, I'm not supposed to call her Oge.
By name.
Yeah, I'm supposed to call her either Auntie Oge, or I'm calling her, like, I think she has a child called Divine. So she's like, oh, you call me Mama Divine.
Wow.
Do you get? So I first of all looked at her and I just said, can you just help me, please? I'm kind of in a hurry. So I didn't even bother to like
talk
go
about
back to that.
So are you saying millennials place too much emphasis on their respect?
Well,
they love to be respected. They love their ego to be massaged.
Yeah, I think that's what just comes with the age, right? That's what just comes. Yeah, it comes with the age and who they are. as at that time. Like I said, previous generation, just like your mom, use a Yoruba woman, for example.
Yes.
I mean, the way you accord her, if you're talking to her, so much respect. Let me give you another
Even
example.
while calling now, they expect you to use mommy, brother, Tokwe, instead of mommy, Tokwe.
Do you get?
They want you to respect even their child when they are not there. I feel like millennials are too, they take life a bit too serious.
Because they are from the previous, they are coming from the previous generation, you know. So like I said, like I was saying, let me give you an example. So I remember when I was in school, I was with this my friend when he was close to me, and he was talking to his father, right? And the next thing I hear is, oh, okay, sir. Yes, sir. All right, sir. Do you know, I was thinking probably it's his boss or something. Only for me to ask. I'm like, Toby, what happened? This one you're getting calling sir. You didn't tell me you started working because you were in school at that time. You didn't tell me you started working. And he's like, no, that's my dad. Bro, I don't remember using sir and all of those things.
I think it's normal. You know? And then at times it's I don't want to say ethnic thing. It's where you hail from thing. As a Yoruba person, it is believed that respect people. If you are texting someone online, use ma in that text till the end of the text. Good morning, ma. I was thinking, ma.
Do you think you guys will have a better communication? I feel like that's why the Gen Zs
That's why there's a difference between the Gen Zs and the millennials.
Because we feel like there are better ways of having normal communication without adding those ma, sir, and all of those things to it. Like literally, I would actually say my mom would sit and would have a normal banter. I don't need to start adding the whole ma to it. She herself, she finds it weird. Apart from the fact that Igbo people are not people that are in so much, they are not looking for respect like that of the Yorubas, okay. Right? The Igbo people is just normal. When you see someone that is elder, once you just call him chief, or you call him, you know, a titled man, you don't need to do any other work. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Not like the Yoruba people, and it's more of the ethnic thing, and I understand. Yes. I'm not trying to shade anybody. I love it, right? I mean, everybody, that's why it is culture. Culture is the way of life of different people, diverse people, right? So the way Igbo people behave are quite different when it comes to the whole respect thing. So when you now come to this Gen Z and millennials, I feel like the Gen Z now take more of those less respect. So it's not like they're not respecting you, but it just feel like there are better ways of doing that. Do you get what I mean?
Give us examples. As a boss, I expect you to use maybe sir or ma for my boss, for me, or as a boss also. Expect in working environment, Miss Mira, Mr. Toby, or Mrs. Fumi. Yeah. I expect something like that.
Same with me. But I don't have an issue with that.
Assume that. Did I just say we assume? For Gen Zs, rather, they think addressing people by their first name is the way to go. But we millennials, I'm not a millennial, unless I'm a mix of both millennial and Gen Zs. Okay. We just assume that by talking to me, you're earning my respect, you're commanding my respect. By using like you said in Europe, by using for me, there are things you would want to say to me by using to me. By using o to me, there are things you want to say to me by using o to me. Let's say, like you said earlier, it's an ethnic thing, but we are huge on respect when in the Yoruba tribe. Don't use for younger people, or at times your age grade, maybe 2 months older, they expect you to say using
So what's the
like it means respect. Okay, share okay, like to show okay, yeah. So for an age grade, show okay. Yeah. And at times it sounds rude, but now let's talk about the environmental changes in the Gen Z's atmosphere. Okay. The Gen Z's are no longer found in the corporate world. The Gen Z's are now found doing get ready with me, content creating, ASWR, OOTD, outfit of the day, vlogging here and there. Full time. Some people enjoy doing it full time.
Is that even a Gen Z thing? I think it's just working with. I think it's just working with the time. This is what's going on now. This is what's happening now. Anything that's trending after now is what the next generation will be taking over. I don't even understand what I'm saying. We came into the whole when technology is already out. Yes. So it's more like we are living in what is happening now. That's how I see it, to be honest. Because I mean, when you say you don't see a lot of Gen Zs in the corporate world, the corporate world is not like it's not functioning, but it's a bit down. I mean, have you checked the rate of unemployment in Nigeria?
We understand the rate of unemployment in Nigeria.
So I mean, thank God for freelancing and all of that, which I somehow believe that it's most of the Gen Zs that actually brought up that aspect. Because trust me when I say before now, you don't know anything about freelancing. Even if you know it's on a low code. It's not now that many people are into it and they just sit at home and they're working. You see, so I don't think it's a Gen Z thing when it comes to the whole corporate thing. And I think it's just working with time. This is what's
working
happening.
With time.
So
now we now have more adult content creators, even our mothers trying to create content.
No, those ones are looking for money.
It started off. No, some are even just going with the time. You will see a market woman trying to. Literally, almost all our parents now use a smartphone, right? Yeah. And what do they see on the social media space? They see content, they see people filming events, they see people filming parties. They too, they try to recreate. Why do they try to recreate? Because they also want to be a part of that timing. Okay. Caused by who? Caused by the Gen Zs. It's a Gen Z that would like to work remotely. A normal millennial, they believe in 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. They believe in, oh, that's why they take me serious.
Yeah.
You telling your mom, I work remotely, they assume that you're not doing a serious job.
You're not working.
Do you understand? Yeah. But you saying, oh, I'm going to work every day, then they see you as a serious-minded person. So it started off as a Gen Z thing before the millennials, okay, that's what is trendy. Yeah. Let's try to feel among, let's try to belong. But let's take a quick break right now to bring in our guests to help us talk more as they are Gen Zs too, and they are in this professional landscape. We'll be back in a moment.
Nigeria, by extension, Africa, is faced with a lot of challenges.
With the growing youth population and very little engagement.
That is a ticking time bomb.
We're blessed people with a diverse culture who have a lot to say.
And yes, we are talking.
It is important we drive conversations that informs, inspires, and influences thoughts and actions.
If we say there is beauty in diversity, then let us embrace our diverse culture.
We must continue to courageously be the voice of transformation.
As we are the hope for the future.
Yesterday's conversation shaped today.
What are you saying to shape your tomorrow?
We know you have a lot to say, and we are here to hear you.
First of all, your lack of sleep is affecting your appetite, okay? Because you not getting enough sleep is actually affecting your hormones, the hormones that, that regulate your appetite, your hunger and satiety. Do you understand? So your lack of sleep is already causing havoc in terms of your weight, in terms of your eating, in terms of your productivity, in terms of your brain power. So many things. You're more irritable, you're snappy. It's affecting relationships. It's affecting so many things. So this our lifestyle is actually not helping us. And so but what we do, we have to be intentional. So that's the first thing, is to be intentional and say, you know what, I cannot kill myself. I cannot kill myself. I have to actually take my health and my life into my hands. Okay, so that's first step. So
Nigerian foods. I know that a lot of people say, oh, with Nigerian foods you can still, but I find that a lot of Nigerian foods are very heavy on carbs, and it might not necessarily aid your weight loss journey, number one. So I'm trying to look at the flip side of, okay, if you really, really want to say, okay, you know what, I want to be quite intentional about my food, I want to eat right, I want to have XYZ protein, and you may end up spending way, more than, you budget, or more than you can even afford. That's on one hand. Then on the second hand, you talk of snacking, healthy snacking. really snacking. I don't know the snack. That is it gala or is it munchies? Mini?
Your problem
what? No. I'm just saying generally. I mean, you know, because even I'm trying to look at the cost effectiveness of it. You want to snack on apple. Apple is like 500 naira or how much now? No, really. I mean, because this is something that touches everyone.
You know how I always say that people, you just get pregnant, you have a child, and you think you're automatically qualified to be called a parent. No. Parenting is it requires a lot of skill. And it's the same thing with family, right? Handling a family unit, it requires a lot of capacity, because part of the biggest challenge that we have today as a people is because we have fundamental problems in the home. The child was not raised properly, takes it out on work, takes it out on colleagues, takes it out on the society, it's the same thing. So that's why you need to really have well-rounded, well-balanced people right from the family unit, yeah.
Glad to have you back. We are still talking about the conversations around Gen Zs in the environment and social spaces. Joining us this morning to talk about Gen Zs are Gen Zs themselves, and they are two special guests, incredibly talented artists, influential content creators who has made waves with their creative work, using their platforms to shed light on important issues and inspire actions among their audiences, while the other person is a skit maker. Join me as I welcome to the studio Ubong Ayon, artist, and Dosumu Nuruddin, who is a skit maker. Good morning to you guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, how are you greeting the Gen Z? Big word.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to my channel.
I think that's for the ladies.
For the ladies.
Okay, for ladies. Okay, how do you guys
like,
say?
what's up,
Bro, have fun.
Okay, like
bro,
wagwan, something like
my
that.
G.
So wagwan, guys.
Are your side?
How are you guys doing?
We are doing cool. We are fine.
So great. Before you enter the studio, we're talking about Gen Zs in the social and environmental spaces. We're talking about the traits peculiar to Gen Zs. We're talking about the traits, the rudeness, how people perceive of them. So now let me start by asking, or out of curiosity, when you hear the word Gen Zs, I think you classify yourself to be a Gen Z. Am I right?
We'll be Gen Z now.
Okay, good. So when someone calls you a Gen Z, or maybe when you're trying to explain yourself to someone as a Gen Z, what are those characteristics that we expect of Gen Zs? And then what values stand you out the most? Why are you a Gen Z? What are those things I expect from a Gen Z?
Well, the swag, the steez now.
Okay, the steez.
The steez now.
I was speaking to the makeup artist this morning that I feel like that steez is the only thing I don't get to understand, and I don't know why.
You don't need to lose your steez now.
What does that steez mean? Because
yes.
I feel like it's used in different contexts, and somehow it doesn't just add up.
And I've seen it a lot.
Exactly.
Well, I would say the context is mainly used for, and mainly is supposed to be used for, is just like your swag.
Okay.
Like, don't lose that swag. That's
is it the ginger?
No.
The composure.
The composure.
Okay.
The how would I call it? The
steez
now.
And the steez, to me, I just see it as maybe something like pride.
Pride.
Yeah, pride.
Don't lose your.
Like when you say there are some things I saw on TikTok, like maybe I don't know how I'm gonna put it. Maybe you call someone to come and the person was like I don't know how to put it, but I just see it as a pride. Part of pride.
Okay, that's his own aspect.
Okay.
Me looking at it here is like,
because
I saw something here. I was watching a podcast yesterday, and they were like, if you are to cross the road, don't look right, don't look left, otherwise you lose your steez.
I saw that.
So are they part of those characteristics peculiar to Gen Zs?
Okay.
What are those characteristics peculiar, the values? Okay, when I say a Gen Z, I should be able to spot out a Gen Z, because now they are all Tay dressers. And I know, okay, Tay is not a millennial thing. We millennials, we like to cover up. We like to wear abaya. We like to look decent. We like to look housewife material or husband material. So what are those things that when I see, okay, this person is a Gen Z, I don't want to call her a Gen Z because of her teen.
But she's a Gen Z now.
But she is a Gen Z, so
a proud Gen Z.
Are we saying that teens are peculiar to Gen Zs?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, your style of look, actually, yeah. If you're trying to give this particular look, yeah, I feel you're trying to portray that you're a Gen Z. If you're trying to do what the Gen Z is doing, they're trying to tell me you're a Gen Z. So seeing somebody tinting their hair, obviously they're telling me you're a Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z. So all other things are relatable to Gen Zs. Obong.
Okay, to me, it's the way you dress.
Okay.
Okay, you know, no matter, when you see someone, you know that this person is a Gen Z. Maybe the way the person dress, putting on earring, and maybe drawing a tattoo, and the way the person speaks.
But our parents also had tattoos of Aduke or something on their hands.
Yes. But when you see the tattoos, you know that it's kind of different. Okay. During our parents' time, like I'm not sure they have those kind of lion tattoos, or maybe dragon and all that.
I even feel those tattoos are just how will I call it? They call it what's the name again? Forgotten though. But those tattoos are not what we are getting.
They were
right
not
now.
for fashion.
They were no. Okay. They were
more like a meaning.
Yeah.
A representation of something.
Okay, during our mother's time, right?
Yeah.
I think it was more of an identification thing, and then particular to maybe a tribe, a race.
Those kind of things.
So it was
now,
more like fashion.
You can see somebody draw a lion. What does that signify? You understand? Yeah. That's the changes that have evolved around.
Right. So I do agree with you, to be honest. Yeah. Let's quickly go over to since we are still speaking on the Gen Z value and opinions. Do you think social media has an impact on we Gen Zs?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I feel they have an impact because most times now, the Gen Zs are now wanting to stand up for themselves, speak their mind. You understand? Right. They want to be known. Understand? They want to do everything possible to be known, and they like to speak for themselves. They don't want to be bullied anymore. Understand? So the Gen Z, the social media, what we are seeing on the social media, people are adapting a lot to it.
What do you think? Do you have an opinion on that?
On my own, I would say the social media help the Gen Z. And in this way, it depends on two ways.
Okay.
We have the good ways and we have the bad ways.
Right.
And I think the bad ways is getting too much.
I love that.
The bad ways is getting too much.
Tell me more.
Because you might just enter on your Instagram, maybe TikTok, you just see one person just pull up. Don't do this, don't do that for, don't do this, don't do that for a man, or something like that. Yeah. And at the same time, you just entered your TikTok and find out there's the way someone will talk on the TikTok, at least it will really make sense. And you know that, this person...
some lessons you will
learn. There are some lessons you will learn, and you know that this person is saying, is making sense. Yes. And there are some ones that you are going to say, and you know that, no, this person.
So out of 100 or out of 10, how well do you think the Gen Zs are making sense?
I would just say it's 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah. Sometimes I just wish maybe when I have a kid, I don't want my kids to go on social media.
Are you for real?
It's true that because...
Well, me I'll say, about the kid stuff, I feel we cannot cage them.
Sure.
You understand? We cannot cage them. We cannot make them... We want them to be exposed, but we still have to caution them. You understand? So if you notice people that cage their children are the ones that go bad the more.
Right.
Yeah. For me, if my child has a girlfriend, if my guy has a girlfriend, come and tell your daddy.
Did you just use guy for your child?
Yeah, no, my guy.
God, this is Gen Z.
Yes, now.
This is Gen Z.
That's Gen Z now. If my guy has a girlfriend, that's my child, as a boy, has a girlfriend, come and tell your dad. I'll now put him through on what to do.
In what age?
Yes, it depends on the age. Yeah. Okay. That's even. Have you not seen videos of children abroad? Little, very little. Yes. They'll tell their parents,
They have a
Jay,
crush.
this one is my boyfriend.
But
This
they
is
don't
this and
dismiss,
that.
and they don't misuse the opportunity.
Right.
And what they enjoy most is the caution there. You understand? Abroad, that's what is in place. You cannot just tell me you have a boyfriend and I'll say, okay, no problem, and I won't do anything about it. I have to put you through. This is
Mobile of
the
Lagos.
steps.
Sorry. Let's go back to the content creating space.
Okay.
You said content creating as, in a way, it kind of has more bad than good, right?
Yeah.
Now, right now in the social media space, there are so many slangs. There are so many, I don't want to say abbreviations. There's Get Ready With Me, GRW, Green With Me. Yeah. There's ASR here, there's OOTD, there's vlog, there's a whole lot. And people are doing this thing full time. Hoping that one day they will get a big blow and they'll get gigs to influence for, and then they even have groups. We are seeing the gens also. They're like cliques of content creators creating groups, throwing parties, and all of that. Do you see these as a good stance in it? When they talk about professional landscape, right now, an average Gen Z would have a skit maker, a content creator, or an influencer. An average Gen Z, or I'm an auto dresser, or I'm a face model, or I'm a this model. So in the professional landscape now, what do you have to say about this? I think I miss days of having youth in banks and not having old women dealing marriage issues or child issues, transferring aggression to me, right? So I think I miss going to the political spaces, local governments, and seeing young people and not those old 84-year-old, 64-year-old, 54-year-old women. So in the professional landscape, how well do you think the Gen Zs are penetrating this space?
Well, for me, I feel the government has a lot to do.
Really?
Yeah, in the sense that we need, you're going to see a lot of people who are graduates who don't have jobs.
Some actually do not want to work.
No.
Really?
Yes.
I think I do agree.
Because I cannot go to school and be a graduate and you say I don't want to work.
Okay.
Why did I go to school?
Right.
Do you understand me? So now imagine me now coming to your office. I just graduated.
Yes.
Coming to your office. And you're telling me I need to have 10 years experience. Where do I get that from? Do you understand? So now, those kind of things now discourages people and make them focus on what they love doing most, which is content creating and skit making.
Well,
Sorry, I'd like to hear your opinion about it.
I think the social media and the content creating and all that, it helps a lot. It helps how will I even put it? The Gen Z a lot, because let's say, for example, there's nothing like content creator or anything, and but you believe we going to school and graduating and we just stay at home without doing anything. We just stay at home without doing anything, and I think the social media really helps a lot.
Exactly, because
it helps a lot.
You can imagine me going to school and not looking for job, and I don't see job, and I'm not at home doing what? But I need to be relevant. So I had to bring out what I know how to do best.
Yeah.
To stay relevant.
To stay relevant.
Okay, but this is where I would actually agree with what Mira said when she said most people don't want to look for a job. Now, what happened to skills? What happened to you going to learn a skill? Because, I mean, to be honest, wait, quick one, because it's more like a question. I'm coming at you. Now, you check people online, you check this, what do they call them now? Okay, let me even give, there's this show I watch. Almost all of them there that came out to get a guy or a boyfriend or something. Okay. Ask them what they do. It's either they're doing modeling, it's either they're doing content creating, it's either they're doing influencing. What are you influencing? Who do you want to influence? No, to be honest, let's leave government out of it. Let's leave the fact that there's no job. What happened to skills? You know?
It's what you know something here. If I wanted to learn skills,
okay,
I would have done that. either apart from going to school. If I wanted to learn skills, I've gone to learn skills. But me going to school, I want to come out and work.
The professional space, 9 to 5.
9 to 5 work. But you cannot now tell me, after going through all those things, the emotion, the breakdown and everything, now you're now coming to learn the skill. What do you expect people to think or look at you? Or how do you want people to look at you?
On my own, I think not everyone that not everyone that has passion to learn skills.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
But don't you think you have to work with the kind of environment or the kind of country you find yourself? Because in a country like this, you already know that there's no job for anybody.
You were talking about...
Do you know content creation now?
Okay.
It's now something that people can even go to school to learn about.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Content creation.
You've changed the professional landscape.
Definitely.
Let's talk about 9 to 5. You said mental health. You same Gen Zs are the ones that will work in the workspace, in the professional work, and start complaining about mental health. Oh, the workplace is too toxic for my liking. That's the word. Or it makes me so emotional. I think that's the word. The thinking. My HR is stressing me out. My mental health is not stable. So you people literally do not want to be in the professional landscape. To me, though, that's what I perceive or I assume. Okay. People don't actually want to be in the professional landscape. Because the moment you're there, you're complaining you cannot wear, you cannot open skin, you're complaining about the type of outfit.
Why am I always putting on shirts?
Why do I have to wear always
No stress for the Gen Z. No stress.
Yes, no stress for the Gen Z. Why can't we stress the Gen Z?
We just want to live a simple life. Easy, wake up.
Easy peasy.
Just work.
But it can't always happen like that.
It can.
That's the problem. It can't always happen like that.
So what plans do the Gen Zs have? Do you want to grow up one day and keep being a 60-year-old content creator, dancing up and down, being a 60-year-old skit maker? What plans for the future does the Gen Zs have?
Now, let me tell you what you guys don't understand. Yeah?
Okay.
Now, in content creation here, we have many opportunities that we might not get when we are working 9 to 5.
Okay. Opportunities like?
Endorsements.
Endorsement.
Yeah. Lots of endorsements. Now, we are making ourselves relevant. We are getting popular. We're getting lots of endorsements. We're influencing brands. Now, those endorsements we are getting, from there, we can build our own business and employ people that want to work 9 to 5.
Right.
We're not employ people that want to work 9 to 5.
Okay, quick one. Let's go back to our topic, right?
Okay.
As a content creator, what essential advice would you give to young artists or content creators aiming to make a significant impact in social and environmental causes? Because, to be honest, I feel like we need Gen Zs who are pushing the social and environmental crisis out to the government to see. I don't see, the truth is I don't have issue with you being an influencer. I don't have issues with you being whoever you want to be on the social media, right? Okay. I just have issue with the kind of content you're bringing out. And that's why I had issue with the sweetheart that came out to say, oh, I'm going to do this once 20 millionaire is on ground.
No, that one, you know what, just carry that one in. Put that one aside because that one, she has topic. That one, put that one aside.
So that's my issue. My own is come out to give us, like, you know, educate us, expand us.
Yes.
But okay. I just want to hear you. How do you think we can do this better?
Just be who you are.
Okay.
Be who you are. Your passion. Work towards it.
But don't you think that's her passion to you?
What's the passion?
And if you say be who you are.
Wait, what is the passion? Is it?
I think there's a particular trait with Gen Zs that I really do not understand.
Which is?
What is that?
To accept me for who I am.
Exactly.
Accept Saida Bot for who she is.
Literally.
Accept Omoba.
That's what you're saying.
No. If you are saying you want to accept somebody for who you are, yeah? Mm-hmm. Are you sensible?
Hey. Okay.
What is coming out of your mouth? Is it sensible?
Yeah, it's right.
You cannot tell me I am meeting you for the first time. And no, it is true. You cannot tell me I am meeting you for the first time and in the night I should buy you a car. Like,
well, you people change
that means,
dating
wait,
pool
no,
to
that
look
means,
like
no,
that.
that means what you're trying to say now is, at the long run, every day or every week, I buy you cars every week. I give you 20 million every week.
So that
every day.
That was the reason why I said
don't understand.
the social media part, we have the good part.
And we have the bad part.
The
People
bad
that will
part
just come out and say nonsense. Just to blow, to
Just
trend.
to blow. So not every content you put out there is for educative purpose. Some
Yes.
are put out there to blow for the numbers.
Just to trend, just for the numbers, yes.
Oh.
And do you know that, now I said something earlier about endorsement. Do you know that after that after she went on that show,
Yes.
I am sure there are lots of endorsements she would have
Could have gotten.
This is why I keep
now,
saying.
sorry. Now, what she said, a lot of people tackled that she was wrong. But seeing now, brands now want to use that opportunity to trend and to gain more engagement and audience.
Sorry to
for
cut
their
into your
brands.
line of thought. We are preparing to wrap up now. In the final note, you boss, tell us what we expect, what we should be expecting from the Gen Zs, and what we should not expect, just in a quick 10 seconds thinking, like people will say. So what things should we expect from the Gen Zs? What things should we not expect from the Gen Zs? So we don't set too high expectations and it waters down.
Well, you cannot predict Gen Z.
Okay.
Gen Z not Gen Z. You can't predict the Gen Z. Yeah, you can't predict. Next move now, you just now you see get me lit, baby.
Get me lit, baby.
Get me lit, baby. You understand?
Yeah.
Now you know if you predict Gen Z, that's it. We come up with crazy ideas, and those crazy ideas makes money. If you're not crazy,
you won't make
on
the
social
money.
media, you make money.
Oh,
Don't you think that's exactly what she's doing? This is my problem.
Just
That's
we
what I
have
said.
to go. Let
That's
me
what
take
I'm
his
saying.
own final parting shot.
To that part, me, I just see it as me, I don't want to even call him. Me, I just see it as she's trying to make she's trying to how will I even put it? But the fact that she's trying to make wave, or what is she trying to do for herself, she's using it to spoil some other people's life.
Yes, exactly. Because so many people have listened to that show and want to follow her step.
They have not.
Oh, they have followed her
Already,
step.
yes.
They already have.
So that is the reason why I said if I have kids, I'm kind of scared for my kids to just go on social media. Go,
Let's just wrap it there.
Sorry, before you wrap.
Okay,
yeah,
please.
This kind
Our
of
time
person.
has fast spent. Our time is fast spent.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So
Okay.
sorry. This is where we wrap up the Gen Z conversations with the Gen Zs. We take a quick break to return with the book review, where we'll be analyzing the book Breaking Points by David Hundeyin. Please stay with us. I'll be back shortly. You're welcome back to the show, and quickly we are going to be reviewing Breaking Point by David Hundeyin. Right now we are in the chapter 2 of the book, and I read about a couple pages of the book, and okay, God's Beauty, over to you.
Okay, so Breaking Point. I mean, we've done chapter 1.
Yes.
And we're on chapter 2. So me and my sweetheart here, we've read a few pages.
Yeah.
So let me bring you guys to it. So we're on Breaking Point.
Breaking Point.
And it is authored by
David Hundeyin.
Exactly. So he's an investigative journalist.
Yes.
So let me quickly give a summary of the pages we've read in chapter 2. So chapter 2 begins with David losing his job due to a management change, resulting in his pay being slashed from $2,000 to $800. Unable to sustain himself on this reduced salary, David felt compelled to resign. With no other significant sources of income apart from his 300,000 naira job at Business Day, David struggled to manage his finances. This forced him to cut back on expenses, including discontinuing Uber Eats and avoiding unnecessary outing, opting instead to cook at home. Now, during this challenging period, David contracted COVID-19.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that.
While recovering, he faced additional emotional strain as his relationship with his girlfriend deteriorated due to poor communication.
Yes.
Ultimately, this led to his breakup, and she subsequently married someone else. Now, I don't think we bring you, but we didn't take you guys on how he left Nigeria, right?
Yes.
So during that NSAS period, he knew before then that, okay, what I'm about to post is definitely going to, you know, bring me, get me into problems or troubles. So he decided to leave the country, I think a week
He left
before,
Nigeria for Ghana.
Yeah, for Ghana. Because he felt that's like the safest African country he can head to.
Yes.
Due to the fact that he was not financially stable as at that time. So he went to Ghana, he got an apartment, I think a BQ, where he was like a boys' quarter.
French hostel. I love the name.
So he started staying there. And he was, you know, making money. And not until this Sharptuna came in, where he had issues.
God's beauty. He actually didn't break up with his girlfriend before leaving Nigeria.
He didn't.
So he left Nigeria without telling her.
Without telling her, yeah.
Yeah. So for me, the part of the book that I really enjoyed was the fact that he later broke up. The relationship later suffered. He left Nigeria without informing her. He got to Ghana. They had communication issues. And, you know, someone that you're dating, you cannot trace it. You don't even know where he stays at the moment. You don't know what's up with him. But the book is something you should look out for. You should go read the book, Breaking Point by David Odeyin. This is how we wrap up the book review for today and wrap up the show for this morning. Thank you very much, Gen Zs.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much,
My dears, thank you very much for coming.
So we'll come away again tomorrow. Wednesday, we're talking about health and wellness tips. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.